Welcome to Challenging Torah, a project of the Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue. It's showtime! No, not for us today, here with the camera. It's showtime for Aaron, his sons, the elders, and the entire community of Israel. For 8 days, hence this is called Shemini, or the 8th, for 8 days they have been preparing the inauguration of the tabernacle. Will this truly become a space where God can dwell? What happens when we open the great tabernacle, plug it in? Will it really happen? And so Aaron puts out all of his sacrifices, purifies himself, calls the entire community together, and they placed fire on the altar, and he raises his hands, blesses the people as Aaron does, and, quote, fire came forth from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the fat parts on the altar, and all the people fell on their faces at the appearance of the Lord. It worked. All of this ceremony and work has been absolutely perfect. And Aaron and the elders are honored, and everything is fabulous, and then the kids get involved. You know, here come the kids. So the sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, then come forth. They are baby priests. They're not dressed like the high priest is dressed, and they take their fire pans, and each took his fire pan and laid incense on it and offered before the Lord strange fire, which he had not enjoined upon them, and fire came forth from the Lord and consumed them, and they died right there at the instance of the Lord. Oh my God. We've just opened this thing, and the sons of Aaron, 2 of his 4 sons, their souls are taken. They lie there in perfect condition but dead. And the cousins come and carry them out. Wow. Our challenge, first of all, is to ask, why? What was strange fire? What did they put on the altar? Why did they die? Were they arrogant? Were they unprepared? Were they unprotected? What is it that we just don't understand about this whole story? And just because you can do something, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe this is about the elders who listen and follow the directions and are obedient, and the ecstasy of youth. And we say, does this mean that we are not to innovate at all? That ecstasy, that youthful exuberance will meet with punishment? Many commentators have taken it that way. I, of course, prefer the commentators who say, wait a minute, there's a place for the elders, and there's a place for this outpouring of the heart. And what makes it even more strange is that then God says, through those near to me, I will show myself. Right after he takes their souls. Why would that be? Are they being brought home? Is it a reward, not a punishment? It's not clear. Could be a punishment for Aaron, for his part in the creating of the golden calf. Many commentators go there. But this is very much a youth versus elder set pattern and paying attention versus just an exuberant, let's go for it. The strange fire often reminds me of the strange fire of our time, which I believe is nuclear energy. Just because you can do something, again, doesn't mean that you should. Do you understand all the consequences of what's going to happen from this strange fire? And so we live in a world where the nuclear threat continues to hang around because the fire was released on the altar, and we know that many had their souls just taken from them. In every generation, we ask this question of how responsible we need to be and to understand the place where the role of the sacred prohibits us crossing certain boundaries. That's our challenge. How do we know when to go for it and when to step back? And the final words of this little piece, Aaron's sons lie before him, and what we hear is, and Aaron was silent. Says nothing. There are moments in life when the greatest challenges arrive. Death of, God forbid, a child or a loved one, an earthquake, and a disaster we didn't know could happen. And all we can do is be silent because we are not in control. And that is our ultimate challenge. So as we look at the challenges of our lives, I also invite you to look on this page that you are receiving this for the link to a new Jewish history series with Simon Schwama, PBS. It starts this Tuesday night. The details are included because Jewish history is the history of challenging Torah. Have a good week.